Take a look at these two elevators. The top is an ornate cage of handcrafted iron. The bottom is a smooth stainless steel box. This visual shift has stripped away detail from the focal points of our interior spaces. A marble fireplace that once demanded intricate carvings is now a recessed rectangle in a flat wall. Public squares have seen the same transformation. The four-faced street clock, a piece of civic art, has been replaced by a blank digital pillar. This isn't a collection of isolated changes. It is a transformation of the entire human environment. The curved facades and textured stonework of older cities have vanished into a landscape of flat plains and right angles. Looking at these two waterspouts, we have to ask, did we stop valuing aesthetics, or was the move toward cheapness a deliberate choice? To understand our modern landscape, we have to look at the economics of the pre-industrial past. Construction math worked in the reverse of how it works today. Securing raw materials was the primary obstacle. Mining stone by hand and transporting it on horse-drawn carts over hundreds of miles made the material itself the most expensive part of any project. Contrast that with the cost of labor. In a world before automation, a woodworker's time was inexpensive compared to the staggering cost of the timber. This created a specific economic logic. If a patron had already paid a fortune for a block of stone, paying a mason a fraction more to carve intricate Gothic details was a sensible investment in the building's prestige. This standard trickled down to everyday objects. Because artisan labor was cheap, decorative metalwork became the default for a street lamp rather than a luxury. Historical beauty was the byproduct of an economic system where human craftsmanship was the most affordable way to add value to a building. The Industrial Revolution broke that model. Factory machines solved the material scarcity problem, churning out steel, glass, and concrete at costs that would have been impossible for a traditional mason or carpenter to match. As the price of materials plummeted, the cost of human labor became the most expensive component of a project. This gap has made handcrafting a massive financial liability. In the modern economy, standardization is often the only way to keep a project within budget. Architectural movements provided a philosophical justification for this new reality. Styles like Brutalism framed minimalist concrete and the absence of ornament as honest design, turning economic necessity into a deliberate aesthetic choice. We didn't stop building beautiful things because our tastes changed. We stopped because modern economics made custom human labor too expensive to justify. It is easy to view modern structures as an aesthetic failure. A concrete beam bridge lacks the character of a classical stone arch. Our streetscapes have been stripped of the artistic detail that once defined them, but this loss of ornament is the price we pay for a different kind of progress. The same economic forces that killed ornamentation are what make modern civilization possible on a massive global scale. Standardized, unornamented materials allow us to build essential infrastructure, like hospitals and mass housing, at a scale and speed that supports millions of people. When labor is the primary cost, every unadorned wall represents a budget decision. The capital that once paid for hand-carved stone is now redirected into the square footage, ventilation, and structural safety required for modern life. This widespread plainness is a calculated trade-off. We sacrificed the bespoke beauty of a few elite structures to secure the mass utility required to support a global population.